Ready to create a whole new wardrobe for your Labubu? In this video, we'll craft multiple adorable outfits from simple materials. Let's get crafting. Many of you might have seen people making adorable outfits for their dolls using socks. So today, I'll quickly show you how. This Labubu is wearing a sock outfit now. See, you can just pull it off. It's simply a piece of sock. As you can see, the edge isn't sewn, it's just folded back. Now, let's grab a sock to make a new one. Choose a fuzzy sock, maybe one with a fun pattern like this heart. Hold it against the Labubu to roughly size where the body will be. If you want the pattern on the front, plan your cut accordingly, just below it. Remember to leave a little extra fabric for folding later. Cut straight across. This is the main body piece. Slide the Labubu inside. Center the pattern on the front. Now, we need to cut small holes for the arms and legs. Be careful not to cut the holes too big, or they will stretch out and look messy. Just small snips. Pull the arms through the holes. See, the basic shirt shape is ready. You'll do the same for the legs. To make the bottom edge neat, just fold the raw fabric inwards. Leaving extra material allows for a cleaner fold. You could sew it for extra neatness, but folding works fine. The shirt is done. Next, the hat. Take the top of the sock, perhaps with a pattern like this there. Cut across, leaving enough fabric to fold for the brand. Slip it onto the Labubu's head. Fold the bottom edge up to create the brim and adjust the pattern. And there's the white outfit. It looks quite good. These other Labubus are wearing similar outfits, made the same simple way with different socks. So, there you have it, simple and really cute. First, take your scarf and fold it in half. Place the folded center point at the front of the Labubu's waist. Wrap the ends around the back and cross them over. This crossing point at the back forms the main part of the shirt. Now bring the ends forward under the arms. Wrap these ends around the arms to create the sleeves. Once the sleeves are done, bring the ends to the back and secure them by crossing again. For the headscarf, take the remaining length of the scarf and place it across the Labubu's forehead. Adjust the position as needed. Twist and wrap the ends around the head, crossing them as you go. Finally, tie the ends at the back and tuck in any excess fabric to keep it neat. Adjust the headscarf and the rest of the outfit until you like the look. And just like that, your Labubu has a new outfit made from a scarf. Now, I'm going to show you how to make this cute English-style dress for Labubu. Let's start making it. First, take the front bodice piece and align it with the sleeve pieces. Make sure the right sides of the fabric are facing each other. The pattern lines I drew are for the stitching line, not including seam allowance, so we need to leave a 0.5 cm seam allowance. Stitch the front piece to the sleeves. Now we'll attach the back pieces to the sleeves in the same way. Align the back piece with the sleeve, right sides facing. Since this part is curved, we can make a couple of small snips at the curve after stitching. Be careful not to cut the thread. When you open it up, press the seam allowance flat with your fingernail. This will help it lie smoothly. Next, we need to sew the other side. We'll attach the back piece to the other sleeve. Both sides are done the same way. Now, let's sew the back bodice pieces to the sleeves in the same way. Here, we'll make 2 small snips in the seam allowance of the curve. Carefully snip but don't cut the thread. Press the seam allowance open with your fingernail to make it flat. At the curve of the sleeve opening, make a couple of small snips in the seam allowance again. Then open it up and press the seam allowance flat with your fingernail. Now that both sides are sewn, we need to prepare the collar. Find the center point of the front bodice piece by folding it in half. Mark the center with a small notch using scissors. This notch will help align the collar later. The collar will be attached to this center point. Here are the pattern pieces for the collar. They are a symmetrical pair. When cutting, remember to leave seam allowance. We will sew along the line marked in orange, from end to end. This orange line shows our sewing line. Now, cut out the collar pieces, leaving a consistent seam allowance around the marked line. Also, remember to switch to white thread for sewing the collar, as it's white fabric. Here are the to-cut collar pieces. Before turning, clip the curved seam allowance and trim the corners. Next, carefully turn the collar pieces right side out. Use a tool, like tweezers, to help turn the collar and gently push out the corners. Be careful not to push too hard and damage the fabric, especially at the straight corners and curves. This is how the turned collar piece looks. Position the collar pieces onto the right side of the bodice neckline. As you can see, the collar will be sewn along the curved line we marked earlier. The next step is to clip the curved seam allowance on the blue bodice fabric around the neckline. Use small scissors to make clips along the curve. This is important for allowing the seam to lie smoothly when turned. We have now clipped the neckline seam allowance. We will now fold the raw edge of the blue bodice fabric under the white collar, enclosing the seam allowance. Then, carefully turn the entire piece right side out. Use a tool, like these tweezers, to help push out and shape the curved edge of the collar. We will then top stitch along the edge of the white collar on the blue fabric to secure it. Use blue thread for the bodice where there's no collar, and white thread for the collar top stitching. Next, fold the sleeve pieces in half and sew along the edge to create the two sleeves. That is, sew the area I'm pointing to. Clip the seam allowance below the sleeve opening, being careful not to cut into the stitching. Turn the garment right side out. Fold the raw edges of the back opening inwards and stitch them down. Then, hem the bottom edge of the garment by folding it inwards and stitching. And finally, attach the Velcro. Now, let's make a bow tie. Fold the ribbon into a bow shape and secure the center with a needle and thread. Finally, attach the red bow tie to the center front of the collar using a needle and thread. You can also choose a bead to decorate the bow tie, like I did. And there you have it, the finished bodice with the collar and bow tie. Now, we need to cut a small slit right in the middle of the V. Here's the piece after making the cut. Then, let's turn the fabric to the right side. We'll take the back piece of the collar, right side up. Stitch here to join. Lay your fabric out like this. Press the seams. Fold both sides inwards. Turn the piece to the right side and top stitch along both folded edges. On the reverse side, the edges are neatly folded inside. The bottom hem of the long strip has been folded back and top stitched. Now, we're going to fold this long strip in half lengthwise. Find the midpoint of the folded strip. Cut a small notch at the midpoint. See the small notch? We'll do the same for the V-shaped collar piece. Cut a small notch there as well. Now, align the notches on the long strip and the collar piece at the center. Use a pen to make the mark just below. This is where we'll add our pleats. Like this. We're creating the pleats by folding both sides inwards. Stitch the pleat in place. This is what it looks like when finished. Align the center of the pleated skirt with the center of the collar piece. Okay, let's sew them together like this. Measure 2.5 centimeters and make a mark here. This is where we'll make the next pleat. Continue pleating every 2.5 centimeters. And this is the result. Fold the pleated edge inwards and top stitch. Here's the reverse side. Sew the back strap piece onto the final pleat. You can trim off any excess thread. Trim it neatly. This is what the front looks like. Turn the skirts and under and stitch it. After that, add the Velcro. All finished. Time to try it on Labubu.